Hey there, Squirrel Army, and today we're discussing urborg repossession. So, if you don't know much about this card, you haven't been paying attention during Dominaria United pre-release and spoilers and whatnot. This is just a 1-mana common that we want to see how good it is at what it does. It is a pretty good recursion spell, in my opinion. But before we get too far, if you're enjoying the content here, you can join the Squirrel Army by subscribing and turning on the notification. Alright, so we're discussing urborg repossession. So, as I said, 1-mana recursion spell. It does have kicker for 2, 1 and a green. Its regular cost gets you to return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and you gain 2 life. So that's all right. This is a nice little sorcery for 1 mana to get back something, and you gain a couple life. That's okay. If the spell was kicked, you return another permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. That is pretty good. 2 cards back for 3 mana is quite good. Now, as I say, with all of these cards, because I think I have to say this with every single card, this is not going to break some CDH metagames or whatnot. No, maybe they might use it, who knows, but they often have a lot better things than this, and they have a lot more things that return things to the battlefield and whatnot, rather than to hand, because you just got to recast it and whatnot, things like that. So it doesn't help you get around the cost of the card. So that's why they don't print that sort of thing anymore for the most part, unless that's a big downside or whatnot. But anyway, this is still a very decent card, I think. For a lot of decks, again, you have to be Golgari Plus to run this card. But still, I still think it's a very useful utility spell to run in some decks. I haven't quite found a deck that I quite want to put it in, but I was thinking about making a Jund deck, perhaps, or whatnot. But hey, I'm still thinking about that. Let's see about that. We'll see. But anyway, yes, this is still a very good spell to put into your deck. Get back one of your important creatures early game or mid game or whatnot. And mid to late game, again, you can get back a creature and another permanent. It can't get back any cards, so that's a slight downside in a way. But for the most part, again, I play in the metagames where, again, creatures are the most important permanents, and I would say that creature decks epitomize or dominate the format that we play in. So again, most of the things people want to get back in this format, for the most part, are creatures and or at least permanents. So again, those things are probably going to be one and the same for the most part. Getting back 2 creatures to hand, yeah, sure, again, you've got to recast them and whatnot, but just getting those 2 cards back to your hand and being able to potentially replay them later will be so useful to you when you do have those things in your graveyard, and you can just get them back out there on the field, get back in the game, and start, from the point at where you are. So I do think this is a very useful spell. I am thinking about where I can put it into my decks. I think it's quite cool and whatnot. I only have one deck that it could go in, but potentially I could have another one soon. Who knows? We'll never know. And whatnot. But anyway, guys, you can tell me what you guys think about this card. Am I so super wrong? I don't think I am. I try to give these cards a little bit of leeway to say, hey, it's playable, at least. So, hey, you know what? Don't expect, the moon and the stars. That's the thing, I think. Some people expect the moon and the stars and for this to spread your toast and whatnot and all of this stuff. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I do think it's a decent card. But as I say, I will see you guys down in the comments, and I will respond to any and all of your comments. But hey, if I don't see you down there in those comments, I'll see you in the next one.